Hello twins, welcome to your Twin Flame Weekend Vibes video. I hope that you guys are all doing well. This video is coming a little bit later than anticipated, but you guys know I have a busy lifestyle as a mom and a working mom, of course, so I'm very sorry that this is later than intended. Please remember that we are all on different timelines, so what I say may or may not be resonating right now. I could be talking about something that resonated in the past for you, but it is resonating for another group of twins. So just please keep that in mind. With that being said, let's get started here. What's going on the masculine side? What is going on the masculine side? Also remember, twins, that since you guys are energetically linked together, you may resonate more with the person on the left, more so than the person on the right. I intend this to be the masculine side on the left, and I intend this to be the feminine side on the right, but you get to choose which side you resonate more with. Alright, on the masculine side, we had moment, but this was in reverse. Upright, it reads, think of a special moment that brought you much joy with your partner. We had admire come out. It's time to think of everything that you admire in your partner. Then we had yin yang. Like the yin-yang symbol, twin flames contain an aspect of each other's character within themselves. Alright, let's see what's going on the feminine side. What's going on with the feminine? What's going on with the feminine? What's going on with the feminine? Alright, feminine, you had a couple of these cards actually come out before. You have emotions. Look deep within your emotions. You have connection. Your connection is eternal and unbreakable. Last but not least, you have power, which you've gotten this before. The power of love is like a magnet, drawing souls together. Alright, feminines and masculines. On this side, I do feel like the masculine is really definitely starting to feel this connection. They are admiring the feminine for just the way that they are. They're nurturing and actually putting up with all the lessons that have been learned on their part. I think they admire the feminine right now for standing in their power and not taking pretty much anyone's BS, even their masculine, because, you know, the masculine does do a lot to the feminine, as we know, especially if there's like a third party situation or like a family dynamic that the masculine had to tend to, that which prevented him from being with the feminine here. But I do feel like the masculine is having some issues living in the moment and being present. I do feel like they have really been up in their head thinking about this connection, thinking about the future, how things can come together, you know, just how to make things work, especially if there are like children involved or there's just a dynamic with their own family where their family doesn't approve of the situation necessarily for whatever reason, whether that be like political issues or religious factors or racial issues. Unfortunately, some people still have some issues with that, right? But I do feel like the masculine is really trying to figure out how to be present and how to kind of make their big comeback in this connection as well. They want to be able to kind of make a grand gesture to the feminine, but they're not really sure how to do that. I think they're really stuck in their head and trying to figure out when the exact moment would be for them to come back to their divine counterpart and when they can present their feelings and actually really be vulnerable and tell the feminine everything that they want to hear. But I think at the same time, they want to make sure that it's truthful and are authentic, and that the feminine isn't just going to think that they're just telling them what they want to hear to have their way with them again, especially if you guys have not been intimate in a while, or just to set the feminine up for disappointment, just for them to go and basically like ghost them again or block them again, whatever they were doing. And I think that just kind of causes an issue in this connection, because I think that there needs to be some certainty here. I think that you both counterparts need to be certain of this connection, certain that things will work out the way that it's meant to. But we do have the yin yang card, and we also have the connection card on both sides. So I feel like you both are definitely feeling this connection, and I think that things are slowly coming together, as we know, in divine timing. But I do definitely feel like this masculine is admiring the differences that you guys have with each other, which is why the yin yang card is here. You know, that might have been an issue in the past where they weren't recognizing the beauty with your differences. So one of you might be more spiritual, one of you might be more religious, or your personalities are just really different. The way that you operate is different. And maybe the masculine just thought that, you know, he or she might have needed to go towards someone who was more similar to them. That way, you know, they're able to include them in their lives a little bit better. But the truth of the matter is, you guys are equally yoked, and your differences, for those of you who have differences, are what makes you the perfect pair. So on the feminine side, she or he has deep emotions. For the masculine, I feel like some of you guys have definitely been hiding your emotions. For some of you, you've told yourself that you were done with this connection and have tried to find new love with maybe a high-level soulmate. But I feel like deep down you guys just cannot shake this connection no matter how hard you try. Some of you might have gone towards a high-level soulmate and you realize that you just were not happy because this connection is so strong, and you know, you just can't break that bond that you guys have. I feel like a lot of you do believe that love is going to basically conquer all in this situation, and you do believe in the power of your love, and you believe the power of this connection. Although some of you, I do feel like your emotions are up and down when it comes to this connection, because you are unsure if your masculine is truly done with you, if things can actually work out, if your masculine is going to come in true and be there only for you and only you. I feel like for some of you, you might be a little bit tested with your connection when it does come to your masculine, because there are some masculines who are not fully healed yet, who are going to be coming in because they do not want to miss their opportunity with the feminine. So I do feel like you definitely have to use your discernment when it comes to your masculine. You guys need to look in within and use your intuition. You guys know when your masculine is basically being real and raw with you and when they're not. But I do feel like they are kind of in a state where they are thinking about really expressing their emotions to you. So it's good energy. Alright, let's see what the Love Oracle has to say. What needs to be worked on in this connection? needs to be worked on? Okay. Okay, guys, so you deserve love. This was upright, says you are lovable. I asked what needs to be worked on, believing that you are lovable. We have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. What needs to be worked on is forgiving and learning the lessons that need to be learned in this connection, forgiving your divine counterpart for the way that they treated you because they were not healed. Okay, everything happened because there were lessons that needed to be learned. You guys were not ready to come together when you met. You know, there were triggers that needed to be worked out before you would be able to come into union. So we have, it is safe to love. This is actually reverse. So it said, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. I feel like with what needs to be worked on is your belief of thinking that it's not safe to love. You know, it's reverse for a reason. I feel like you guys just feel like your divine counterpart is going to treat you poorly or do the same things that they've been doing, and that's not necessarily going to be the truth. I feel like you guys are, this group of you are meant for union, but I do feel like you do need to do the inner work. You need to stop being angry at your counterpart for the way that they treated you. You know, if you are still triggered by your counterpart, that means that you are not ready for union. If the things that they do trigger you in any way, that's proof that there's still things that you need to work on within yourself. Okay, I know that we are, all twins are connected. However, you need to be as independent from your twin as possible. Put the focus on you, on your self-growth, on your healing, and I do feel like your twin will come in a lot sooner. So we also have the card, this could be the one, this was reverse. So upright, it reads, you've already met the romantic partner you seek. Reversed, I asked what you needed to work on, so I do feel like you guys think still that there might be someone better for you, or your twin thinks that there might be someone better for them out there, and that's not the case. You guys are meant to be, or at least you were meant you were meant to expand each other's growth with the soul, right? You know, I really do feel like this set of twins are meant to be together. That's why I keep saying that. But obviously not every set of twins are meant to be together. So you do have to use your discernment. If your twin is super toxic, then that might not be the best situation for you to be in, right? But if it just came down to you needing to grow and learn like basic lessons of how to open your heart, and maybe if there was a little bit of cheating involved, then that could be overlooked. Obviously, everyone's story is going to be different on what happened, what caused the separation, but that's again why I keep saying to use your discernment, right? And use your intuition on the situation. So let's see what the masculine would like to say to the feminine. Or let the feminine know. the masculine says, I know it was a distraction from your pain. Reverse, it said, I couldn't let you get close to me. This came out in reverse. And we had, we need to let each other go, came out in reverse. All right, let's see what the feminine has to say to the masculine. Okay, and you guys can definitely interchange these because I feel like there's some masculine energy in here too. It was my fault, but I blamed you. I love you unconditionally. I'm starting to understand our connection. So again, if you resonate more on this side, then that's your energy. If you resonate more on this side, that's your energy, right? But I will say that both sides of these can actually be the masculine. Usually, when I get these cards, I would say I'm starting to understand our connection card would be the masculine's energy, since they're slower to figure things out. But if you are newer on this journey, then this can also be the feminine. So take things as you will there. Okay, let's see what the messages of love have to say, and then we'll close out this reading. First card out is intuition. So like I was telling you, feminines, you guys know. When your masculine comes back, you already know what's going on. Okay. We'll just do these 3 cards actually, because I like them. Intuition. You already know the answer you seek. Trust. It is safe to trust in this situation. And you had awakening. This came out, well, first it wanted to come out upright, then it came out reversed-ish, and then it came out crossing. So we'll keep it crossing. We said someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. I do think that some of you guys, your masculine is coming, is and undergoing a spiritual awakening, which is why they're understanding their connection, why that yin and yang card came out in the original spread that I did. And then others of you, I think they already went through the awakening, and I feel like they are now in a place where they can accept things for what they are, accept the truth, accept that they made a mistake and they chose the wrong path if they decided to go towards someone else. You know, I feel like a lot of them have definitely been trying to fight this for a really long time. And I think it might have just been ego-driven on why they just could not admit to themselves that they made the mistake that they did, if there was another person involved. But I do feel like they are coming around and going to try to make things right. So that is all I have for you, twins. If you like this reading, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you next one. Bye, twins.